Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks, worms and germs, and welcome to the Cocktail Hour. And a Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you all are having a fine Christmas. I hope I'm having a fine Christmas. Well, we're recording on Monday, so I don't know. I can't predict the future. I can get hit by a truck tomorrow.
God forbid.
So I hope I'm having a good Christmas. Well, really, we appreciate you letting us into your homes on this special day. We know how hard it is to deal with relatives, so hopefully we bring a little smile to your day, a little pleasantness, leave a little bit of that stress. With me is my co host, a woman who's scared of the sound of her own voice and lives in a circus tent, apparently, Miss Robin Dubois.
That has been the most on point introduction so far.
Yeah, your people don't understand how much noise goes on in the background of her house. It's a lot. I just hit my hand on some trees. There's a lot.
It
I
really
literally
is.
had to sit here for 5 minutes to wait for all the background noise to calm down.
Like, yeah, I can't even deny it is like a zoo in here. Circus, a circus.
Some of you may have noticed that last week's episode was late. And I apologize for that. That is kind of my fault, but kind of not. It was really a technical difficulty because I was just about done on Wednesday, and then we had that big snowstorm. And normally I leave my laptop at my workplace, but I didn't want to leave it there in case I got stuck home, so I took it home with me. Then I didn't want to carry it all the way back because it was still snowing. I didn't want to carry a laptop through the snow back and forth, so I left it home. But I only had a little bit left. So I was like, all right, I'll finish it up on Friday morning, put the post it up on time, and it'll be good. It'll be done. Midway through editing Friday morning, at one point, the saved program would not load at all. I tried reinstalling the program. I went to the taskmaster. I turned the computer off, turned it back off. I even let it rest for like 15, 20 minutes. Nothing would work. So I had to start all over again. So I spent the entire day Friday editing that episode, which is why it was late. Because I mean, when I spent the whole day, I spent the whole day trying to, because I had to start from the beginning again. So that sucked. And also the sound quality wasn't good because I was rushing. But fortunately, since we're going to be taking 2 weeks off after this episode, I can fix it then and repost it. So gives me something to do. But that's what happened with last week's episode. And I was right with the Google shutdown thing
Mm.
because I was sitting there editing and I looked over to the left side of my screen down in the corner. I see this little camera thing, and video camera thing, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I click on it. It's a new app connected to Google called Meet Me, I think, or Meet Us or something like that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So that's why there was a Google blackout because they merged with this company and the programs didn't mix well. I told you every time Google has a shutdown, it's because they took something or added something, and it fucked up their whole system.
Totally. Do you see they also came out, they got rid of Google Play movies and show it's just called Google TV now.
No, I didn't see that. They did.
Yeah, that happened too. I'm like, wait, I'm looking because I was trying to get the movie. I'm like, where's my Google movie? Like, where you buy the Google. I'm like, where is it? I'm searching, 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 and then something comes up, Google TV. I'm like, what the bloody hell is this? Now it's like their streaming service now.
I see. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they just keep changing, trying to stay relevant.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, most of the stuff they do to stay relevant don't work.
That Google TV might be it. I'll be honest, because I glanced at the pricing for like some of it. I'm like, that's actually not bad, and it has access to like stuff that's on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
guess
so I'm
that's
like,
pretty good. That's pretty good. That might work.
yeah, better than what it had before Google Play movies. what was it called again?
Yeah, it's
That
Google
one.
Play Movies and TV, and then Google Play
Mm-hmm.
Music.
Everybody with their own TV service now.
How'd you make out in the snowstorm?
Dude, that first day, luckily I got to get out of work 2 hours early, but my goodness, the amount of trucks I've seen like spin out of control on the highway. I have to take two
Oh
highways to get
yeah, I'm
home.
not surprised because that was while I was out there, it was not normal size snow. It was like
No.
big chunks of fluff. Like it looked outside. It looked like he was in a foam party. That's how the snow was falling from the sky. It looked
Dude,
like
yeah.
foam everywhere, just falling. I was like, wow. And it was cold. It's cold as
Yeah,
hell.
like my antifreeze froze. Like that was. Whew, usually it takes me like 15, 20 minutes to get home from work. It took me over an hour.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Did you go to
that
work the next
was.
day?
No, I was off, but they did have to go to work. It was delayed opening, thank goodness for them. But yeah, yeah, it was cold. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I ended up going in, which is why I didn't edit on Thursday because I left my laptop here at home. So, but I ended up going in on Thursday.
gosh, like I yeah, haven't seen a snowstorm like that in a while.
Uh, we had one last year like that. We
Was it
have one like
last
that every
year?
year. We have a
Nah,
big
it didn't snow
snowstorm
last
every year.
year. Probably like 3 years ago was the last
No,
snowstorm like that.
we had one like that last year. We had a big
Mm.
snowstorm every year, at least one. We have not had a mild winter. Or I should say we have not had a winter with no snowstorm in like maybe 15 years.
I just remember a flat, like those flash flurries.
No, we had a
Yeah, that's
big
all I
one.
remember. Cause I was in Oceanside, and it's by the beach.
It hasn't
That
been a year
storm.
I have not had to shovel outside in 15 years.
Yeah, heck no. We had easy last year. I'm trying to. I don't remember anything. Like, yeah, just that snowstorm.
We
Cause
had one.
usually,
We had one.
don't even remember it. It's not memorable. How because I didn't have to struggle to get home like that. I never used to have to struggle.
Yeah.
Maha, let me think. Anything else happened for the week? No, just that major snowstorm, really.
So, yesterday. Hey, actually, yeah, by the way, we were recording a day late because this one fell asleep on me
I
yesterday.
really fell asleep, knocked cold, and I like woke up. I think my snore woke me up. I'm like, whoa, when did I doze off? And I see your missed calls. I'm like, oh no.
So I was sitting there trying to figure out what the hell happened to you. I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And this guy goes next door, right? And he's standing on the steps waiting for them to open the door for him. And he's messing around with the steps. And he's like messing around with the ice on the steps. So then he
Oh
goes
no.
inside, comes out a few minutes later, walks down the steps, and slips and busted ass.
Wow, that is just that sucks. It's funny though. That's funny. You just happen to go outside and just have a nice show.
I was like, oh, you okay?
Mm.
Like, all his stuff went flying. He was like, yeah, I'm alright. I just gotta re get my bearings. He was on the phone too, talking to somebody. Then he picks up the phone. Did I tell you I was fucking around with that shit and I slipped on.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh, I wanted to die laughing so hard. I kind of held it in, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, your steps look pretty. My steps are safe. Oh, mm-mm. That was fucking hilarious. He's okay though. He's okay, but that shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he really got lucky.
Then of course, after he left, I went and checked my steps to make sure they were safe.
Right? Make sure that don't happen to me.
Nope, there was no ice. It wasn't slippery at all. So I was like, all right, cool, cool. Oh man.
Did you get your coquito?
I did, but I'm not drinking it right now. I drank it yesterday because I opened it yesterday. Thinking was gonna drink the coquitos
Ah,
yesterday. You fell asleep.
I really smooth fell asleep. I didn't get my coworker was supposed to make a coquito for me, but I didn't get to see her in time, so I stopped at the liquor store and they had like this spiked eggnog. I'm like, whatever. The owner said it was pretty good.
I don't
It's
like
not bad.
eggnog, so that's the thing. Yo, did you know there's a porn Big Brother?
No.
it's it's
Elaborate.
it's made by Brazzer, and it's called Brazzer House. I
Uh-huh.
stumbled upon it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They have 4 episodes. I stumbled upon Brazzer House 3. There was four
Mm-hmm.
episodes. And I sat there and watched. I think I watched 3 out of 4 of them. I really sat there and watched 3 out of 4 of them.
Like, what do they do? Like, it's literally just. I mean, Big Brother, they do hump people. So, like,
Like
what?
nobody gets eliminated. But apparently, if you sign in the Brazzer, because I saw this on Pornhub, so if you sign in the Brazzer,
Mm-hmm.
you can vote. If you can watch the show and then vote for who wins certain competitions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched 3 out of the 4 episodes. I gotta find out who won actually. But I
That
found
is
that
very
very interesting. It's
interesting.
like
Yeah.
the fact that porn can make parodies out of anything. I was like,
They really can.
and I looked at the date that it was posted up. I think it said it was posted up 2 years ago. So I don't even know how old this is. It might
Mm-hmm.
be 4 or 5 years old. Definitely 2 years old. That's for sure. And I was like, wow, there is a porn version of Big Brother. Non-scripted at that. Well, they're all scripted in some way or form, but they even do the confession booth things and all that. I'm just like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh, I didn't climax. Like, what are they?
Usually it was the other way around.
Got it.
I climaxed so hard. My favorite
Mm-hmm.
part of the scene. Well, I'm sorry, the challenge because it's always challenges. My favorite part of the challenge, that type of stuff.
Got it. Got it. That's actually an interesting type of parody.
I'll text you the link. You can watch the first episode and see if you want to watch more.
I'm just curious, like how they play it out. I actually am curious to see how that plays out.
I sat there and watched 3 episodes. Just sat there and watched all 3 in a row. I think the only reason I didn't watch the fourth one is because I had other stuff to do that day.
Curious.
Oh man. Well, Fat Man.
Fat Man. It's funny. I was listening to a Christmas song at work that kept saying "Fat Man, Fat Man, the Fat Man's coming, Fat Man, Fat Man, Fat Man." I was like, okay, all right, yeah, go on.
Well, I hope all you people out there were good boys and girls. Otherwise, according to this movie, the Fat Man's gonna come and get you. Christmas movie with the cast of Mel Blancs.
Mel Blanc,
I can imagine Mel Blancs. It is Mel Gibson, Mariana Jane Baptiste.
Jean Baptiste. Yes.
Baptiste, that's how you pronounce it, right? Baptiste. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Wilton Goggins. It is a Christmas movie. Hooray! You get your Christmas movie this year. You got. Oh, most of y'all probably saw the freaking trailer for it anyway. Oh, before we get into that, I forgot to. I know what I forgot to mention real quick that I want to mention to you. Did you
Mhm.
hear about Funimation buying Crunchyroll,
I heard
which
my
means
coworker
Sony
mentioned it
now's own
to me.
Crunchyroll by proximity,
So I'm like,
proxy.
wow, because at first Aniplex earlier this year partnered with Funimation, so their content got better, and I was kind of upset because I just canceled my Funimation subscription because it was getting whack, and I'm like, okay, and now Crunchyroll, I'm like, okay, I'm like Crunchyroll already had a better category of stuff than Funimation because Funimation only gives like 2 seasons of like a show that had 5 seasons, so we'll see what so Funimation bought Crunchyroll or
Yeah,
vice versa?
yeah. Funimation
Oh,
bought Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll. Funimation brought Crunchyroll, and Funimation is owned by Sony.
I didn't know Sony owned Funimation.
I didn't know until I saw that article. Sony owns a lot of
Wow.
stuff, like Blu-ray. They own Blu-ray.
Didn't they like patent that
Yes,
in a
because
sense?
they invented it. As soon as they invented it, they patented it. They own Blu-ray. No one else can make Blu-ray discs. Just Sony. Like that's
That makes
crazy.
a lot of sense.
That is crazy. Okay, the Fat Man. Movie starts out with Baby Boss. I mean Boss Baby, who
Boss
looks
douche.
who looks like Zac Efron. Did you notice that?
Looks like a fat, chubby version of Zac Efron.
How do you get fat, chubby? He looks like a little kid version.
No, Zac. He has more of a cheery face to him. Zac Efron. That kid, grump from the very
But
beginning.
how did you get fat from that? He's not.
His chubby
He,
cheeks, his chubby, grumpy cheeks.
he wasn't fat. He was just a kid.
Nah, some pudgy about. I guess
He
you know.
wasn't pudgy at all. So I'm like, what are you talking about?
His face was chubby.
Anyway, he's writing letters. He's writing a letter to Santa Claus, and we see a bunch of best of ribbons on his chest. It just says best of blue ribbons. It doesn't say what they're for. He lives with his grandmother. His dad is away, probably in Barbados
Mm-hmm.
with his secretary.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's it. We just focus on this kid for a little bit. Oh, yeah, okay. So he's going to his school because he has some. That's what it was.
Science fair.
Yeah, it was a science fair. So yeah, the ribbons are for all the years he won the science fair. Oh yeah, and his grandmother's rich as shit. Can't forget that. Grandmother's
Hmm.
rich as shit. I don't know if they're in a crime organization or what, but she's rich as shit. Then we get a shot of Santa, played by Mel Gibson, shooting some cans.
That had Santa Claus pictures on them.
Oh, did they?
I,
I was kind
yeah,
of
they
wasn't paying
did.
attention to that.
Different variations of him.
So then out comes Mrs. Claus, played by Marianne Jean Baptist. Uh, should we address the elephant in the room?
I wish. I'm like, I'll be honest, and it's really sad. When she came out, I'm like, what is that? His personal assistant?
Why did you think that?
You already know because first off, yes, Jean Baptiste, she is the black woman. Okay,
No.
I'm like, okay, this is his assistant. Like, I'm guessing he's not married, he's alone, and she's loyal to the end. And that's how you. That's it's really sad. That was the first assumption because never in all my years have I ever thought they would ever make Mrs. Kringle black. Okay,
Okay, that
I
wasn't the
I
elephant I was talking about.
oh no.
I didn't think about that at all. I don't know what you. I don't know. I don't know why you see a black woman coming outside, you
No,
automatically think
because I thought
maid,
that was his assistant because he looked
assistant.
miserable. I didn't think he was married. That's for
He's Santa Claus. Of course he's married.
who knows in this interpretation. I didn't assume because he's Santa Claus with a shotgun shooting himself. Clearly, some form of self hate. Like,
Do you assume the Easter Bunny is a chicken when you see it?
you know what? For all we know, and he didn't even look fat. Honestly,
No, he didn't. He didn't. Well, Santa's not supposed to be fat. He just has a belly. He just has a jolly belly. No one ever said he was actually fat. He just had a jolly belly. Some guys are big with a big old belly. They're just big and husky, but they're not really fat. But they look pregnant. The mailman
yeah,
at my job, I saw that today. I'm like, yo, you look like he's 6 months pregnant. What the fuck? He
literally,
had like a
my
flat
dad.
chest and a big
Mhm.
pot belly. But
Yep,
the
that's my
guy's not
dad.
fat. He was just
Yeah,
kind of husky.
that's so weird. Why does that happen to
My
men?
question was, and I think that's actually Mel Gibson's weight anyway. That was my question, but I think that really was his weight because he's in another movie I saw and he looked exactly the same in the face.
Yeah, he looked perfectly fine to me.
So I think that might be his actual weight these days. Mm. The elephant in the room I was talking about is that anytime Mel Gibson's in a movie with a black person from now on, all you're gonna think about is that racist
Yo,
rant he went on.
I thought I was bugging
That
because
was
I'm like,
that's it's unfortunately we're never going to forget it.
how? Because I was thinking about that when I realized that was his wife. I'm like, rewind. I'm like, am I
Yeah,
crazy? Or
it's
he said
just
what he said, or am I crazy?
yeah, it's one of those things that's just never going to be forgotten. There's always going to be a problem when you watch his movies. I mean, I got over it after a while, but the minute you see a black person in the same room as Mel Gibson for the first time in a movie, that's the first thing that's going to come to your head, and it sticks with you for a little bit.
I was thinking about that throughout the movie as I saw. I'm like, wow, he actually really loves her as his wife. But I'm like, I'm not crazy, or am I crazy? He said those things.
It was funny. My brother came in the movie. He's like, "Oh, he's like, that's Mrs. Claus." Oh yeah, so now they gotta put a black one on because he said all those racist things to make him look. Just like, unfortunately, every time he's in the movie with a black person, the first time the black person comes on screen, that's what you're gonna think of. And it's sad because I like Mel Gibson. He's a good actor,
He's a really good actor. Like,
but some things just are stuck with you forever. Even if you are, whether you're a good person, bad person, whether you change, it just sticks. It just sticks. So that's the elephant I was talking about. I don't know what you black person assistant thing. I don't know where that
maybe
came from.
honestly, maybe subconsciously, that's why I thought first time I saw Black Prince on screen with him. Subconsciously, I remembered because I would never think that that would be his leading lady. Honestly, because I'm not.
I
I thought I
wasn't
was
thinking
crazy, but I'm
either.
not.
Until I saw with my own two eyes. Hmm. So anyway, this Santa Claus is a grumpy bastard. Now let me explain to you how this world works. Santa.
Hold on.
Someone tell the Joker to go go taunt Batman.
You. Oh my god.
That's your sister.
No, that's my cousin.
Yo, she really does laugh like the Joker.
Mm-hmm. And she's had that distinctive laugh
That
since
is
she was.
funny. Okay, so in this world, Santa Claus gets paid by the U.S. government for how many presents he delivers. It's sort of a satire on Santa Claus being commercialist himself being. It's a satire on commercialism and Santa himself being a product of a product of commercialism during Christmas time because nowadays Christmas isn't about the birth of Jesus Christ anymore. The mascot of Christmas is Santa Claus, and Santa is all about giving presents. And to give presents, you have to spend money. So that's pretty much what this movie is about, really. The fact that
Mm-hmm.
Santa itself is commercialism, and commercialism for commercial it is commercialism as what makes what the hell am I trying to say? Robin, what am I trying to say?
So pretty much, in this world, the commercialism makes the money. He's mad because now, with all the money he's made, the world, especially the U.S., that he doesn't get a cent
No,
for it.
that's not what I'm trying to say.
What are you
What I'm
trying to
trying to
say?
say is that Santa Claus himself is a mascot of Christmas, which is part of the problem of Christmas being commercialized because Christmas isn't about the birth of Jesus Christ anymore. It's about Santa Claus because he gives gifts, and to give gifts, you have to spend money. Commercialism. More gifts you buy, the more companies make money. And it's all
But
centered around Santa Claus. And that's what this movie, the entire movie, is basically about.
and I feel like it's really jacked up because he did make a point. Because I understand what he's saying, what he was saying to his wife, Mrs. Claus. that they should have got the royalties for it. And she was like, we're not those type of people. But he's like, if we did that, we wouldn't be in this situation. Which she had a point, because it's like they took advantage of his kindness of giving. Like, honestly, I understand where he's coming from, why he's so grumpy. Because another thing he was saying too about society, although he's grumpy about it, he's right. Kids have gotten worse, and he didn't produce a lot of toys because kids are terrible. You remember while he was driving in the truck, a group of kids burned a house down with someone inside, and another group of kids threw a bowling ball over the bridge, like because the world keeps getting worse. That's why he hasn't been producing as much toys.
Yeah.
Boom, but continue. So
You just jumped all over the place.
it's so I
You
the
literally
subjects
just
that they
jumped all
touched
over the
on,
place. It had nothing
I
to do with
really
what I was
did.
talking about at the moment.
But yeah, continue with the timeline. So now we're jumping at the science fair, right? With the kids.
uh, no, we actually cut to an assassin played by Wilton Goggins, who
Yes, yes.
fucking he's buying Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus toys is what we cut to him doing that. And Goggins' performance is
It's
it's
so like
it's like he clearly realized that this entire movie was like such a fucking far fetched concept that he just didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. And I don't mean he didn't give a shit like he didn't care his performance sucked. No, his performance was great, but
mm-hmm.
he he acted like this is fucking ridiculous. Like this is what it's like he read the script, was like, this is the most ridiculous concept I've ever seen. I have to be a part of it just so I can do what I can do in this. Because I have the freedom to act the fuck the way I want. I actually have a clip here
Right. And I
of, of
mm-hmm.
him. The best is when he says Batman, because he does it so over the top every time for no reason. Because clearly, and he always has this look on his face like, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this right now. Every time he says Batman.
He did his role so well. Like he was hilarious. Like
But yeah, we cut to him. He's buying Santa Claus toys made by Santa's workshop because he hates Santa Claus. Because later on, you find out his backstory is he had shitty parents who were abusive, and he kept asking Santa Claus to give him new parents. Duh.
mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. It's popped up. This is him. One of the scenes of him yelling out, "Fat man." I've come for your head, fat man. Yeah, he says stuff. You know how over the top that was. I've come for your head, fat man. It's always some type of over the top way to say fat man every time he has to say it. And he always has the look on his face like, I can't believe I'm saying this fucking ridiculous line. But he's fucking great in this movie. So then we go back to Boss Baby losing at the science fair, and this kid is so fucked up that he literally calls his assassin because he came in second place. He calls this assassin, he calls Gogans, to kidnap this girl so he can bring her to this kid's basement. This is later on, but I'm just skipping to it now.
Mm-hmm.
And threatens to electrocute this girl unless she gives up the first place ribbon and says by saying she cheated on her project. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he forges
Like
his grandmother's signatures to pay the assassin, by the way, so he's spending her money.
yep, he tricks his grandmother thinking he's sweet, but he's actually a little douche.
But yeah, he loses at the science fair, so he hires the assassin. Cut back to Santa Claus, who I already said was a grumpy old fart. He lives near North Peak, Canada, which is where all the letters to Santa Claus go. They go to North Peak at a PO box. He picks them up and takes them back to his workshop. In there is the check from the U.S. government, and he finds out it's only half of what it was last year because he only delivered half the amount of presents. Why is this so important? Because Santa Claus has bills. Yes. In this world,
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus has to pay bills. And the bills are adding up big time. So because of this, the U.S. government decides they want to make a deal with Santa to get him to make something other than toys. At first, he turns them down. He tries to pull a bunch of resources to make toys like on Christmas Eve for other people, but they don't need Santa because they got other people doing it cheaper. And this is also where we find out how strong Santa is because he has those hand grips and he keeps breaking them as he squeezes them.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
So after making tons and tons of phone calls, everyone says no, but that'll have to wait because it's Christmas Eve and he has to go out. Where apparently people like to shoot at Santa on Christmas Eve. Because the Christmas Day comes back with a bullet hole in his side
Yeah, I was
and
like,
two
what
holes in
did?
the sled. Can you imagine just seeing Santa fly by and some kid just taking shots at him with a fucking rifle?
Like, this is a common thing in this world. Oh yeah, like, oh, what did he say last year? It happened before too, and it's just he like all the others. I'm like, so he gets shot up a lot.
Apparently, every year. Yeah, he ends up making a deal with the U.S. government anyway to make control panels for fighter jets. I don't know the number or name of the jets were real. I don't remember what they were anyway. Also, while during this time, Boss Baby gets a lump of coal for Christmas from Santa, so he decides to hire God. He decides to hire Goggins again. This time to kill Santa Claus. And of course, Goggins accepts because he hates Santa Claus anyway. Some suits from the U.S. government try to hire Santa full time, but he says no. Basically, actually, he tells
Hmm.
them to fuck off. But anyway, and then
In the nicest way.
he's beating on a punching bag, and Ruth gives him a folder reminding him why he does what he does. It was a couple of folders of kids he had given gifts to, and then went on to achieve their dreams based on those gifts. Like he gave, the hell did he give?
A little
Oh,
girl, a fire truck. She became a firefighter.
yeah, this kid a easy bake oven. He became a chef. Stuff like that. And that made
Hmm.
him chipper and jolly again. Hooray! Regular Santa Claus is back after Christmas. Not on Christmas. He was a grumpy old fuck during Christmas. On
Hmm.
days after
I don't
Christmas.
blame him. Society sucks.
Goggins finds out that all the letters to Santa Claus go to the North Peaks, Canada, so he goes up there to the post office up there, and through trickery and subterfuge, Goggins learns that Santa drives a red Ford, which he tried to sort of figure it out anyway because Ford's the biggest thing to a sled, and his sled is red.
Ha 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 ha. That's funny. Ha ha. Ha. A Ford.
You didn't realize
Ford
that?
Ranger. Ha 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 ha.
What else happened? Oh yeah, so then he just sits and waits. Yeah. So after finding out that he was drives a red Ford, he just sits and waits for Santa to show up to pick up the letters to Santa Claus, or just regular mail. Because he's unable to get a shop, he follows Santa back to his workshop where he finds it full of army men. So,
Right? And then I was like, oh, okay, so maybe he might recollect himself. He was not
nope.
giving up.
What's
Like,
he do? He raised the place.
and I'm like, how good can this man be for him to take down a whole? Technically, that was a whole like army base in a sense. Like,
Yeah, he
killed.
sneaks in, killing in as many men as he can, plants a bomb. And then one of the elves finds one of the bombs. And I knew it. When the elf was sitting there holding, I was like, well, I should take that shit apart really fast. And he certainly did. He unscrewed that shit real fast. Like, and then ran. It was out.
These elves are smart. Like,
And they were no pussies too, because they were fighting back. But yeah, this
mm-hmm.
starts a shootout with this guy shooting up the place. The elves are evacuating. The army men are trying to fight back and losing badly.
To this one man. One man.
Meanwhile, Santa And Mrs. Claus is upstairs having sex the whole time
Getting it on.
until one of the elves activates the PA system and so he can hear what's going on.
He
It's
was
Santa.
brave, that elf. Like while all the fire, the gunfire, he went for it. He's
Nah,
like,
there was
nah,
a
we
couple
gotta
of
call.
brave ones. They weren't pussies. Some of them
They
jumped
were
him.
not.
They jumped that man, and not an elf was killed. But they
But
jumped
all the
that
U.S.
man. That one
soldiers.
jumped on
That's
his back. The other one was fighting with the gun. Yeah, so he ends up blowing up the workshop. And then we have the face off between Santa and the assassin. And this is where we get the backstory about how he wanted new parents and Santa can't do that. And this was a actually really good climatic scene.
it was.
Santa ends up getting shot in the face,
Shot dead in the face. I'm like, wow.
and then the assassin ends up getting killed by Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus pulled up.
But of course, it's Santa, and Santa can't die, so he's still alive. And then he goes and sees Boss Baby and threatens him, basically, and shows him his shot out eye, which looked really weird because it didn't look like it honestly looked like really bad special effects, is what it looked like. It looked like really bad special effects.
They should have called the people from Voorhees.
Well, no, see, that was CGI, so yeah, the people from Voorhees did practical effects. This was CGI. It was just really bad CGI. It's not the only bad CGI I saw this week either. Yeah, it was really. It looked weird. I mean, I think it was supposed to look mystical, but it was just bad. It was just bad CGI.
Terrible. But
And they end the movie with him rebuilding the workshop. Because apparently this is the first time Assassin's tried to kill Santa Claus.
this is not the first. He's like, you think you're the first? So like, and I wish. I mean, I understand why they didn't go into the story how he's an immortal being clearly because a bullet to the head didn't kill him.
Because he's Santa Claus. Santa can't die. The only way Santa could. Santa's like a fair. He's like Tinkerbell. The only way he dies is if people stop believing in him.
It's magical. And does like since Mrs. Claus married him, does she have that ability too? Because she got shot too.
Of course she does. Well, you think Santa's supposed to just live forever and just watch all his wives die? Come
Um,
on now. This
I
is for
I feel
kids.
like this was not for kids.
No,
Okay,
Santa's for kids. Everything has to be happy. Hello.
this this was like the one of the realest Christmas movies ever. This is like Christmas in 2020,
What'd you
pretty
think of
much.
the movie?
I don't think it was bad. I thought it was like wow. I just nodded like okay, Christmas 2020.
I didn't like it the
I thought it
first
was
time.
funny. I thought it was
I was
very funny.
I was hyped up more getting to the climax the first time, and then when the climax came and the showdown came, it was disappointing. The second watch through, I enjoyed the whole movie. And I couldn't understand why at first, and I figured out why it was because of the trailer. The trailer makes it seem like it's something else. They make it seem like Santa Claus is an assassin for the U.S. government or something.
That's what I thought when I read the premise
Yeah,
and I
the
saw the picture.
trailer
I'm
is
like,
very misleading. So the first time I did not like this movie. But since I knew what was going on, when I watched it the second time, yeah, this was actually pretty good. This was a lot better than I would have thought it would be.
and this movie actually didn't get really good reviews. They say it was a bad movie. And Mel Gibson was a great actor, but overall, he was great, and I think this wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, the trailer made
It,
it seem like it was something else because most of the movie is just stuff happening. Santa going here and there, the assassin going here and there, boss baby going here and there, conversations, but nothing seems like it's leading to anything. It's just stuff that happens. Like we watched this man drive all the way to we watched him discover how to find Santa, go to the post office, find out all the stuff goes to North Peaks. We watch him drive over the border. We watch him shop at a pet shop. I mean, you just literally just watch stuff happen. And they were some of the stuff was interesting, some of the stuff was funny. It was a mixed bag. But that's all it was. It was just a bunch of stuff happening. And if you saw the trailer, it made it seem like it wasn't a bunch of stuff happening. Like it was just really connected. Like Like I said, like Santa was part of, was an assassin for the U.S. government. He was going around doing hitman stuff for people naughty and nice, and then some other
Right.
group sent this guy to go. Like it seemed like
I
that.
thought that was the premise. Like he couldn't afford it, so he had to sign up as an assassin.
That's what the
But
trailer made you think. That's how the trailer was presented to you, and that's just bad marketing. Because you have a
really
good
bad
movie,
marketing.
they do that to get people to look at it. Because oh, if we make it look like this, then they'll watch, but then they'll still like it anyway because it's a good movie. That doesn't work. If you have a good movie, just tell the people what the movie is. Because if they're looking for something else, and they get what they weren't expecting, because that's what they saw in the trailer, they're going to be disappointed. And disappointment makes them feel like they don't like the movie.
Mm. Or someone to sabotage Mel Gibson.
It's not the first movie that just misled you with the trailer, just to get you to get your butts in the theater to see it. It won't be the last either, but it's a really bad marketing scheme because this is why a lot of good movies end up with bad reviews because it wasn't what they advertised. It was something completely different. There was that Men movie. What the hell was the
Which
name?
movie?
The one with the movie with the woman who had the last pregnant woman on earth, and that guy had to go protect her.
What was that movie?
This is a while ago. That was another one that caught me like that. I went in the theater. I saw that it was nothing like it was advertised. This came out a lot around the same time as the Book of Eli. It came around the same time. She was the last pregnant woman on earth, so everybody was trying to get her, and this one guy was going to protect her.
Why was everyone trying to get her to steal her baby?
Yeah, because she was the only woman who could be pregnant. There was like something happened, nuclear holocaust, some radiation or disease, whatever. It's always something that makes everybody sterile. And then as time goes on, the one woman evolves so where she can have children again, because that's what evolution does. And then, of course, her kids won't be sterile anymore. And so everyone was trying to get this woman to put them in their society, because, of course, now everybody has separate societies. Oh, actually, we have that now anyway.
Yeah. Wow. What's the name of the movie? I
I
might look into that.
forgot. It was something about No Man's Land. No, something about man. There was something with man in the title. Something with man in the title. I still don't know if I like that movie anyway because I only saw it once and I was very disappointed because, like I said, same thing with this. The trailer was extremely misleading. I was looking for a completely different movie and that's not what I got. And I walked out of that like extremely disappointed. Watchmen did the same thing.
Hmm. Which one, the movie or the series?
The movie. The movie. They did the same thing. It was very misleading.
I did not see that coming with the movie. I was like, you're right. Based on the trailer I saw, I'm like, I would see it. I'm like,
And I
it
was one of
was.
those people who did not read the graphic novel before the movie came out. So what they
Mm-hmm.
showed in the trailer was not the movie I saw. Was not the movie I saw at all. I enjoyed watching it a second time because I knew it again. I knew what I was getting into. But that first time, I was very disappointed. I sat there for 2.5 hours and I was like, "What the hell did I do sit there for 2.5 hours for?" I feel numb.
Right. So like Warsaw, love to this world. But I will say Fat Man had one of the most original Christmas stories, and in general, one of the most original movies that I've seen for a while.
Oh yeah, it was definitely it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's not a bad movie at all. It's just you have to know what you're getting into
Hmm.
because that trailer lies to you.
I'm glad I didn't watch the trailer. I just read the movie summary. Sorry, I'm movie shuffling. The movie summary and the picture. I really thought he was an assassin.
Yeah, yeah, and I know I saw the trailer, and even then, like, there's a line when he talks about Rudolph will bite your dick off or Vixen will bite your dick off.
Yeah.
I thought they were killer reindeers. Like, nope. They're just regular reindeer that can fly. I'm just like, this is not what you advertised. So yeah, after seeing it a second time, it is a good movie. I'd recommend you watch it, which is why I didn't go into a lot of detail. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I think we did our Christmas deed for the day. What's in the
In,
news?
in the news, a lot's going on right now. So first up, so I looked up the stimulus check, as you mentioned. Congress is set to pass a new stimulus check. Here's when to expect yours. So they came together. The U.S. House has scheduled a session for Sunday. They're going to vote on it. Actually, Sunday, yeah, yesterday. Oh my gosh, it's Monday. The new aid bill includes money for struggling businesses, $300 a week in bonus unemployment benefits, a fresh direct payment to help struggling U.S. households. And how much will most people get? $600, which is half of what the previous stimulus check was. Pretty much everyone's saying it's not enough.
Well, yeah, I
And
read that the Democrats they just said fuck it, let's get something out there. They just agreed to it because they assume that once Biden gets inaugurated, he's gonna give more money.
yeah,
So
Joe Biden said like think of it as a down payment.
yeah, because it's just like they're just like yeah, just go with whatever the Republicans say for right now, so we can get something out there.
Right. It is like it's an and they think of it as an insult, but just take it as like for now as a down payment, they're saying. Hopefully. So we'll see. So pretty much just be on the lookout. I'm honestly they didn't give a date yet. I guess they're debating, I guess maybe after he's officially elected.
Well, no, because oh wait, don't doesn't what's his name have to sign off on it?
Yeah, and I've been
Yeah,
seeing news
Trump has
reports.
to sign.
Where's Trump?
And
Like
Trump was
he went
talking about it's
MIA.
not. Trump is saying now Trump is talking tweeted like it's not enough. They should be getting 2,000. I was like, yeah, it's because this man's trying to save his legacy. You don't want to go down as the worst president ever.
Mhm. Worst president ever.
I mean, it's debatable if he was the worst president ever, but he
It
definitely
is
trying to keep him
debatable.
put up there. Like, no, that's not enough. You need to give them $2,000. So he can sit there and say, "I gave the American people $3,200 on COVID." He gave up on
All
that
right.
lawsuit. Now he's just trying to save his legacy.
Yeah, we'll start with the dark stuff. And continuing on, there is a new coronavirus variant. And in the UK, they're saying the health minister is saying it's out of control. A growing number of European countries on Sunday halted flights from the UK following the discovery of a new variant of COVID-19, said by officials to spread faster than others. The new strain of COVID virus, which prompted the UK government to impose a tier 4 lockdown. I have not heard a tier 4 lockdown. Wow. In London and Southeast England, and tightened restrictions for all of England over the festive period. And he literally said it's out of control.
What they spiked up again too?
Yeah, they have a new variant strain now
Oh,
that's spreading way
I'm sorry. I
faster.
kind of zoned out there for a minute.
Yeah, so the problem is there's a new strain of coronavirus that's spreading faster
See,
than
they
the
got all
other
happy
strain.
over there.
And the
Mm-mm-mm.
health minister is just literally his words is out of control.
Oh,
And they're pretty much banning all passenger flights coming from the
oh
United
my God!
Kingdoms.
2021 is gonna be like a bad horror movie sequel.
Pretty much, I'm literally thinking of
COVID 2, 2021. Dun, dun,
yeah. I try
dun.
to avoid like
The
so much COVID
Reckoning.
news, but that's actually really scary. Like a new variant strain. I'm like, okay, cool.
Uh, Pretty soon everybody's gonna be walking around in fucking hazmat suits.
Pretty much, I am honestly waiting for a form of zombie apocalypse to come
Oh,
upon us.
oh
I'm like,
my
has no one
God.
seen I Am Legend or World War Z or like, come on.
This isn't a joking matter, but Jesus Christ. At a certain point, all you can do is just laugh at the fucking misery.
Truly, like,
Have you seen those 2020 commercials?
which one?
Like, they are bad. Like, one of them was for a dating service.
Uh
Oh, you
huh.
saw that was Match, wasn't
No,
it? Right?
I think
And the
so.
devil was
Like,
dating. I didn't get it at first because the devil was just because the first one they showed, the devil was just dating somebody, and I wasn't really looking at the screen because I could
whoa,
hear
I
it,
did not see that.
right? And the devil, they was talking, they was doing they were interviewing him, is what it was, right? And they were talking back and forth. They were talking about each other, and da 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 da. Now I wasn't looking at the screen, so I mean I looked up at the screen and I saw the devil look like the guy from look like the devil from Legends with Tom Cruise.
Did I watch that?
You never saw a Legend?
No, I don't think I
Oh, that's
did.
early Tom Cruise. I think that was in between The Color of Money and Risky Business. Yeah, it was a fantasy movie.
Was he a lawyer?
No,
Oh
it was a
no, no,
fantasy
no.
movie, and Tim Curry was the devil. But anyway, they used that same devil, right? So I looked at that, I was like, ha ha ha, legend. And I looked back down, and I'm hearing this, and then I hear the commercial. I realize it's for Match Out Town, the two people dating, right? So I didn't get it at first, and then they did another one with the devil. He's laying in bed. He's looking at his phone. And it says, "You got a match." So he goes to meet his match under a bridge. And she goes, "Satan." He goes, 2020. I prefer it if he called 2020. And I was like, "Oh shit, this is so fucked up."
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I need to find
I
this.
was I was dying laughing. I'm like, "This is fucked up." This 2020 is married to the devil. And then the other one, yeah, there was another commercial I saw for WWE. They were beating the shit out of 2020.
Dude, you need to send me these commercials because
I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Just put in Mascot the Devil Days 2020 commercial and put in WWE beats up 2020. I'm sure there's more out there. I'm sure there's more.
gosh.
Fucking 2020 commercials.
All right. The only thing, pretty much like you said, the only thing you can do is laugh. So I guess they're making the best. I definitely have to see these commercials, especially that devil.
It doesn't make me feel better. It just makes me feel bad about how much 2020 sucks. Like, I forget how much 2020 sucks, and then I saw those commercials, and I thought, yeah, this whole year really did suck. Like, thanks for reminding me, assholes.
Yeah, this year was just
You want to kick me in my balls too?
with a steel-toed boot.
Like, fuck.
Hmm.
It's just like it's so fucked up.
It really is.
Why would you? Uh,
That's funny. Well, speaking of dating, do you remember that article I told you about how that airline was having like a romance flight and stuff?
yeah,
And you were like, "Oh, hope like watch people from overseas try to get involved in that."
of course they did.
Uh-huh. You
Stupid people doing stupid shit.
Thailand partners with Tinder for matchmaking.
Stupid people doing stupid shit. This is why there's a new fucking strand. Stupid people doing stupid shit.
Yeah. Though Thailand's borders are technically open to foreign tourists, at least those who are willing to quarantine in a hotel room for 2 weeks. The
They
single,
ain't enforcing that shit. People walk into their hotel room, put their suitcases down, and walk right back out. No one gives a fuck.
yep. So pretty much they're just planning a single journey trip. Initiative is aimed at locals, but clearly it's aimed. But please, foreigners can be involved too. I'm sure. The country's official travel body is planning 9 itineraries throughout the country and is launching with 3 pilot trips. It's going to be a cruise. So this is a cruise. Pretty much exactly what you said. And people are just trying to find love. I think so.
It's gonna put these fucking people in a fucking a giant fucking petri dish. This is what they're doing.
Pretty much, right?
They all come out with all sorts of strands of COVID. Fucking
Yeah,
stupid
the
people doing
Singles
stupid
Journey
shit.
initiative is just the latest idea to stimulate domestic tourism amid the COVID virus pandemic. I thought that was so funny when I saw that. I'm like, wow, Ty definitely called that. I have a few articles.
Like I would accept a cruise. I know it's winter, but like a summer cruise, I would accept because at least people, it's open air, and people can, be far away from each other instead of cooped up in a fucking airplane with recycled air.
That's true.
I don't care if you're wearing a mask or not. Somebody's gonna fuck it up.
Most definitely. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I feel like this is like a test, like to breed. Next up, U.S. fraternities busted for large-scale drug ring.
Marijuana.
The U.S. prosecutor, not just marijuana, like the heavy stuff.
Well, that's
So, U.S. prosecutors have charged 21 people, including current and former university students, with the operating cross-country drug ring within fraternities.
holy shit.
Right.
I thought it was one fraternity house. This
Nah,
shit went
this
cross
is
country. It's a fraternity fucking mafia.
yeah, like honestly, where can you see this? Like in an episode of CSI? No, I don't even know. This is just. I mean, I'm not surprised, honestly, because these fraternities be out here wilding.
I thought it was like one house on a campus. They say cross country. Jesus fucking
Yep.
Christ. That means a lot of the houses in this fraternity were involved, if not all of them. What the fuck?
Officials in North Carolina allege that fraternities, which are, well, of course, male student social clubs, trafficked huge quantity of drugs from California. Prosecutors say the group poisoned other students at events and parties with large variety of illegal drugs. They allegedly use encrypted apps. Wow, smart kids in these fraternities, to funnel over $1.5 million in profit.
Woo!
Yeah, they are. They range the age group.
That's a lot of money for the fraternity. Of course, that's not the frat brothers' money. That's the fraternity money. That's a lot of money for the fraternity.
Let's see. Those arrested range in the age of 21 to 35. At least 11 of them had been, enrolled in North Carolina University, including Duke University, the University of North Carolina, and Appalachian State University.
I have no idea what that last one is.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, what the heck?
Like what? I have no idea what that
So
last one
some of
is.
the sales, cannabis, okay, weed, okay, whatever. Cocaine, LSD, ecstasy, mushrooms, steroids, human growth hormones, and other street drugs.
Jesus, they were all in.
They were really all in,
They were
like,
all in.
and they've been investigating them since 2018.
What fraternity was this? Does it say?
Within the Gamma Delta, Kappa Sigma, and Beta Chi Phi.
I wonder if they still have some mushrooms.
Ca-
Go down to someone's campus. Yo, you got some mushrooms? I've never done shrooms. I want to try it at least once in my life.
yeah, that's the one other than ecstasy that I was always curious about.
I've tried ecstasy.
How was it?
It's alright. It's alright. You want to touch everything.
Touchy, touchy, touchy. Do you get hot?
No, I didn't get hot actually. But then I was at Woodstock and I was at a rave
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty much outside, so and it was cool that night. I remember that. I had to stay out that whole night because I couldn't find my tent. It was too fucking dark.
Um,
I almost died that day too. Not from the ecstasy. I was underneath a pile of people during the corn concert.
oh my gosh.
That was not fun.
Oh, hell no. Ew.
That was not fun at all. I think it was like 10 people on top of me.
Oh my.
The only reason I lived was because I relaxed my whole body. When the people were laying on me, I was just limp. So I didn't break anything. I didn't actually like move until that guy put his knee on my neck and I was punching him in his thighs to get him off my neck.
Oh my.
And then I crowd surfed my ass out of there. That was it for me. I was ready to go to bed and then I couldn't find my tent.
So you just slept outside or just walked around all night?
I hung out at the rave all night. That's when I took the ecstasy. I hung out at the rave all night. I had nothing else to do. I couldn't find my tent. I wasn't sleeping on the ground. Got a tent and a sleeping bag. What the fuck am I sleeping on the ground for?
That's so interesting.
So I just stayed up at the rave all night. As soon as the sun came up, I stumbled to my tent because I was able to find the street I was on. Fun times. Fun times. Hey, look at that. You got another story out of me.
See, that's interesting.
All right, so I might as well tell the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was, I was in the middle of the mosh pit during the corn concert, and someone was crowd surfing and they got dropped. When they got dropped, they grabbed the person in front of them.
Mhm.
That person grabbed the person in front of them. That person grabbed me. I grabbed the person. It just became a dog pile on top of everybody. So I think I think maybe no, I think it was him, and yeah, it was two people under me. So him, he grabbed somebody. That person grabbed me, and then I grabbed the person, and it just domino effect. Because nobody wanted to fall on the ground. You do not want to hit a ground during a mosh pit, ever. You do whatever you can to stay on your feet because people don't pay attention and you get stomped all over.
My gosh.
So yeah, in a mosh pit, you do not want to hit the ground. So that's what happened. And after I just relaxed my body, laid there, waited, and then the last guy who was the one who was actually on top of me, instead of getting up on his feet, he decides to get up on his knees and puts his knee right in my neck. That's when I started moving. I was punching the shit out of his thigh. And then when he got up, I crowd surfed my way all the way to the front, to the barrier in the front where the bouncers pulled me over and sent me up the line they were sending people away from away from the concert, and I gladly went.
Mhm.
I lost my gold earring down there, and I decided to go back to my tent to go to sleep after that horrific ordeal, and I couldn't find my tent. So I just went to the rave and stayed there and did some ecstasy for a little while. That was night one at Woodstock 99. Night one.
Oh, heck
Uh,
no.
okay, so back to the news.
Hmm.
I'm
So
talking
I
about
thought
my
about
near death
your drug
experience.
experience.
How the hell did we get on my near death experience?
How did we get on this? Oh, we were talking about fraternities and drug rings.
Right. Yeah.
So people,
One of my near death
one.
experiences. Almost died quite a few times.
So I
But
was thinking
anyway,
like,
back to the news.
you're saying a drug experience. People who played Cyberpunk recently probably thought they were on some drugs or they just smoked something with all the glitches going on. So Cyberpunk 2017, that was like a big anticipated launch. I remember all the advertisement at Best Buy and stuff. Sony pulls game from PlayStation while Xbox offers refund. That's how you know 2020 is crazy. These companies are offering refunds, full refunds for video games.
wait, wasn't there a celebrity in that one?
Is it Keanu Reeves or something?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
So
I saw he
not,
was
was it
advertising.
Keanu Reeves or was that for a new version?
I recently saw him for an advertisement for it when I went to Best Buy.
Okay, so it was that one? That was the commercial I
Yeah,
saw.
because they had like a big banner for Cyberpunk because that's supposed to be like a hot game for the holiday season.
Yeah, it was the John Wick. It was John Wick in it.
Yeah, dude. Sony has pulled Cyberpunk 2077, one of the year's most anticipated games, from the store and offers refunds to all players.
Wait. Okay, this game has been delayed already.
No, it has come out. The
So
glitches,
why is it called 2017?
2077.
Oh, 2077.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2017. Okay, that makes
2077.
more
Yeah.
sense. Now that makes more sense.
Sorry, I phrased it poorly.
like, well, I was like, wait a minute. Why does anybody care about
Yeah.
2017? That was 3 years ago.
So like the glitches I saw like probably like a few weeks ago, I saw like memes like talking about the glitches. Like it looks like a game from I guess it looks like the early games of Vice. Was it Grand Theft Auto? How the character like they're
Okay.
just doing weird, like the glitches are crazy. The unprecedented move follows complaints that the game has been riddled with bugs and glitches. These are like immense glitches, like someone fell asleep doing their job type stuff. And it's prone to crashes. Like you need to like look up the glitches in this game. It's crazy. Microsoft later said it would also refund any dissatisfied Xbox players.
Wait, what, they don't tell you the glitches on there right now?
In the article it doesn't describe them. How can I say? Like let's just say
Oh.
like pretty much how a game back in the early 2000s used to glitch. Like someone like a character would literally bend out of form, like they're standing up straight for a moment and then they just start glitching.
Wait, who made this game?
Developer
Who made this game?
CD Project Red has promised to issue
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Can you look up and see if they're affiliated with
Let's see.
THQ? I'm so curious right now.
Oh, if they're affiliated with who?
THQ.
Based on the article that I found, they seem like they're different entities.
Yeah, it seems like they are developers and publishers of this game by themselves and have no affiliation with anything. It seems like they're their own thing. I was just curious because THQ has a tendency to have problems like that.
Yo, look it up because I I've never seen bugs like that. And like
Yeah,
a
no.
game from 2020, literally, it looks like it's a game from early 2000. And people thought it was a joke,
That's
but no,
sad.
it was not a joke. So let's see where else they said to rectify the situation, issuing refunds, and like depending on the console you have, it's even worse. Like it's just really, really bad. Yeah, it was Keanu Reeves who appeared back promoting it even all the way back in 2019. And this was something that was hidden. The developers were actually complaining about it, but management kind of disregarded them. It's really like they just didn't give a fuck. Like, okay, let's just get it out there and make the money.
Yeah, they do that, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll fix it in patch."
But these glitches you cannot hide. After this, go see them.
Hold on, I want to. I'm trying to. I want to see the.
It's clear. Go.
I just want to see what the gameplay looks
And
like.
many perspective enables us to maximize your immersion. We'll take a reflex booster that temporarily allows us to use the Koreznikov ability.
Yeah, these graphics are a little.
No, I need
I
to
mean, they're not
find.
completely
There was one
awful.
someone in.
I'm just looking at the graphics themselves. You said
Yeah,
like
like
people
it
complain
when
about
it
the graphics.
glitches,
They're not.
it's like it. Yeah, it.
Oh, I can see that
Yeah,
nasty frame rate. Yo, like he was shooting, and also was
yeah, like
pixels.
it glitches and it's like it went back in time. The shooting.
Oh, is it supposed to do that? I think it's supposed to do that actually. I think every time you do a slow
And
motion
then
thing,
no,
it yeah,
I don't know,
pixelates like
but no,
that.
I think that was one of the glitches that they mentioned. And exactly as you were thinking as you're watching it, the players thought, okay, maybe it's supposed to do this. And then they started seeing some wonky stuff like
I mean, the graphics are they're not horrible, but I can
let me
see what
see.
people are talking about.
It's
They're
on
like glossy.
Instagram.
They're like so glossy. They look kind of cartoony. It does look like yeah, it looks like early Xbox. I mean, early Xbox 360. Look like early Xbox 360 type game type graphics. I don't know why they chose to do that. You can make them look much more realistic. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not like you can't see, but yeah, it does look like everything is like a little too shiny, like
Oh
cartoonish.
man, I need to find you like the clips of the someone's body being like bent and someone gets like stuck in.
Yeah, you gotta send me those. You can
I
find
will, I
those,
will. I'm
send
gonna
them to
find
me.
them, send to you. So this one's fun. You can now get Scotch whiskey Kitkats, but only in Japan, of course. Right.
Only
Nestle
in
has
Japan,
launched an
of
elaborate new
course.
line of Kitkats in Japan using chocolate aged for 6 months in whiskey barrels in Scotland.
Ooh,
Right? And they're only available for the winter season in the country. So you could probably find it on eBay real soon. The company
ooh.
says the new bar is a bitter,
I could probably
right?
have those
That's
imported though, right?
yeah, definitely,
I might check Amazon
definitely.
see if I can get some. What are they? Whiskey Kit Kats? What are they just called?
Yes.
Whiskey Kit Kats?
Uh, Scotch whiskey Kit Kats.
See if I can find those on Amazon.
Yeah, do it now before everyone else catches on.
Might be another
Uh,
time for another Dom's try.
it's a bitter chocolate for adults that lets the consumer enjoy a hint of refined whiskey aroma and taste.
No, I don't like dark chocolate except with certain things. Like I really don't like dark chocolate, but at certain times when it's mixed with certain things, it actually tastes really good. Like those Milky Way Midnights, those are good. Those are really good. I think I had the and some. I had a dark chocolate. What are those? Lenders? Lenders?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of them. But they're like the liqueur candies, which is actually powdered liqueur inside. And I had dark chocolate those, and those was pretty good. But most of the time, I hate dark chocolate. It just has to be a combination of certain things. I don't know that Scotch and whiskey with the dark chocolate sounds pretty good.
And I'm like,
Sounds pretty good.
it would be pretty. Yeah, I would like to
Coffee
try.
and dark chocolate is not good.
Yeah, I've never had that before.
That is nasty. That
I'm
is just like bitterness upon bitterness upon bitterness.
bitter. Right now, the bars are only available online in Whiskey Love in Japan and from Kitkat's specialty chocolatier shops located in a handful of Japanese cities. And it's priced at 300 yen, translation $2.90.
What?
Dang it! You know, by the time you probably end up paying like $50 for it or something.
Nah, they'll probably be like $10 for one bar.
Dude, definitely look into that. I would like to try it. Even the wrapping for it is like so adult. Like,
I'm actually gonna look at it right now. I'm going to Amazon right this second. See if I can find this. I'm just gonna put whiskey. It's here.
oh really? How much?
Oh wait, no, it's not here. Wait, yeah. Oh shit. Oh wait, no, that's Japanese Kit Kat mini bars. I thought that was it for a minute. Uh, Sakaru Japanese Kit Kats. I wonder what's in that. Oh, you got me some. See, now you're gonna have me get some fucking Kit Kat. Like, I got something new for Don tries. Kit Kats from Japan. Even if I can't find the whiskey one, there's a whole bunch of them. Ooh, I got me a Dom try to do. Too bad I can't read Japanese, so I won't know. Oh, I think it's green tea set. I have to go by the pictures and look.
I've had that. My friend brought that back from Japan for me.
This might be fun. I think I might have to do this. Even though I
Do
have
it.
no idea what any of these are, I might have to do it. I might have to buy me $40 for how many? Oh, 21 pieces. I might have to do that. Oh, you know what? You gave me something to do. Let's see. Maybe I can get the whiskey once.
Get it.
What else we got?
Last but not least, Chadwick Boseman's final Ma Rainey's Black Bottom role could put him in select Oscar company. So I'm gonna combine technically two articles. So Chadwick Boseman had one final movie that actually premiered on Netflix on Friday.
Which one was that?
It's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Although this article is dated December 18th, I didn't see that on my Netflix queue. I thought it was coming out this Friday after Christmas.
What's it
But
called? Let me look right now.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Mari. Hold on. I'm in Netflix now. Oh yeah, it's out. I didn't know he was in that. Yeah, it's on here. It's in the top 10.
Yeah, everybody's watching it. And I don't want, I mean, it's respectful that they're putting him in the Oscar category for this, but it takes him dying for him to get the recognition. Like,
That's how it always is. They did the same thing with Heath Ledger.
and like Heath Ledger, wow. Joker, like that was wow.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So, in this adaptation of August Wilson's play, the emotional outpouring that surrounded Bosman's untimely death from cancer has fueled speculation about whether he will join a select club. Those who have received posthumous Academy Awards, pretty much the Academy Award after you die.
Spell it.
Posthumous.
Posthumous. Yeah, posthumous.
Posthumous.
Pershum, posthum, posthumous. No R. Posthumous.
It does sound like posthumous, so when you
Yeah,
first
that's how
look
it's
at
like.
it.
Yeah, posthumous.
And although there's a sense that Oscar voters have a sentimental streaks in such instances, the number of performers who have garnered nominations, much less one, remains small. That's true. Yeah, exactly like Heath Ledger, this article is saying, because it's actually not often that they actually receive an award, only when it's deemed that they're deserving. So in this role,
Uh, I wouldn't say that. I say it has more to do with how they die.
mm,
When they die a certain way and they're young, they automatically give it to them.
that is true.
It's the same thing as the wrestling awards. If you're forced to retire due to injury, you're automatically in the Hall of Fame the next year or two.
I do want to watch this movie. Boseman's performance is both moving and haunting, especially with the hindsight throughout the production that he was battling colon cancer that would eventually take his life.
Yeah, I might watch that. I might watch that tomorrow. Actually. Oh wait, I can't. I gotta do editing. Don't want to make that mistake again.
Well, we have 2 weeks
But I might
off,
watch
so
it on
you have
Christmas.
time.
Yeah, I have time. I might watch it on Christmas.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it on
Or
Christmas
watch Wonder
too.
Woman. I'm definitely watching Wonder Woman on
Oh
Christmas.
yeah, I gotta hold this Wonder Woman, Soul, that new Disney movie,
Yeah, yeah. Soul's coming out.
and this movie.
Yeah, like I don't know if we're gonna do a Wonder Woman review. Maybe I'll watch it a second time. Who knows?
Oh,
I watched Gemini Man today.
what did you think? I didn't finish it.
The special effects were awful.
They were really
Like
bad.
they were almost Blade 2 bad.
Mhm.
It was very distracting. Like I didn't have a problem with the story or anything, but the special effects was very the bad special effects were really distracting. Really, really distracting because they were so noticeable. Even a lot of the gunfire you could see was just animated. It was just bad.
Like, yeah.
If the special effects weren't so bad, it'd have been a great movie. But the special effects being that bad was really distracting. Story wise, though, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I enjoyed the story. Just
Right?
the special effects was so distracting. It was so bad. So bad. Oh, by the way, have you
Mhm.
watched the this is news too. I do have something. Do
Mhm.
you watch Tales of Arcadia series?
No, what's that?
Started out in 2000. I just looked this up too. 2016, I believe. And it started out with the Troll Hunter. It was either 2014 or 2016. I think it was 2016. Yeah, 2016, because 2016 to 2018, it did 3 seasons. Yeah, so 2016 it started, because 2016 counts in the 3 years, by the way. But 2016 it started. It's called the Troll Hunter, and
Mhm.
then there's another one that branches off from that called Zero Below, and then there's a third one that branches off of that called Wizards, I think, or Wizards of Arcadia, and it's
Mhm.
a trilogy series called Tales of Arcadia. Each one has their own story, but they're all connected to this one town. Anyway, they're finishing up the entire series with a movie that comes out in January, I believe it is. I think I saw it was January. Definitely 2021, but I think it comes out in January. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's really good. Tales of Arcadia. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix series by Del Toro. I can never say his full fucking name. Guillermo del Toro. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mhm.
You have any idea who I'm talking about?
No, but I definitely am interested.
Guillermo del Toro. He did Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy 2. What else has he done? The Strain. On none of this stuff rings a bell.
No, but
Man, where have you been? You didn't watch The Strain?
no, I did not. I'm looking it up right now on Netflix,
This
right? Netflix.
I don't know if The Strain is on it. That was on what's the name? FX. I'm like, what the hell is the name of that station? FX. That's what it was.
Wow, what is? I need to look at the top 10 Netflix.
Yeah, I see. It says it doesn't give an exact date. It just says
What is it
2021.
called?
So
Or what do I type
Tales of
in?
Arcadia. Tales of Arcadia. Yeah, it doesn't give an exact date. It just says it's coming out in 2021. The movie. But anyway, that
Oh,
it's called.
Troll Hunters.
Yes.
Oh, I actually watched that show. I didn't finish it though. I did
All
like
right,
it.
I forgive you because I zoned off during one of your damn things anyway, so I'll let
Ha.
that go. The
Oh
frat tail
wow,
thing,
they
I
really
zoned off during the
branched
frat tail.
off.
Yeah, it has three things. So they're finishing out the series
Yeah,
with a movie called Rise of the Titans. Comes out in 2021, so that's something to look forward to.
wow,
Because
because
that's a really good series.
it was. I stopped at episode 5. I wonder why.
I wasn't that into the Wizards of Arcadia. It was kind of just okay. There was some good episodes. Some episodes just kind of dragged a little bit, but the other ones, the Troll Hunters and Zero Below, the entire series was good. I
Let
really
me
really enjoyed
add
those.
it to my list. Cause I'm like wondering why I didn't finish it. Cause it was actually a pretty good show.
Wizards of Arcadia, I just kind of watched to see how the rest of it goes. I'm definitely going to see the movie though, because I do want to see how it all
Is
ends.
the movie on Netflix coming or
Yeah, because well, it's
Netflix
a
based
Netflix
show?
series. Yeah, so they're gonna finish it off with a 2-hour movie, I guess. I don't think anybody does hour and a half movies anymore.
No,
I think even Fat Man was 2 hours.
99 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, there you
Hmm.
go. Fat Man was an hour and a half movie. People do hour and a half movies. Sick nowadays. Well, that's it on the news, and that's it from us. Wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because once again, we are taking 2 weeks off. Need to rest. We need some rest, some peace and quiet, not to be stressed out trying to make deadlines.
It's like a fun stress. But yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate in between.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Hanukkah is over
Is
Christmas Day.
it?
Oh no, that's the last day, right? Christmas Day is the last day of Hanukkah?
Let me think. A kid said Happy Hanukkah to me a few days ago, so
Yeah, Hanukkah's going on right now, but I don't remember if the last day is Christmas Day.
it might be. Let me actually.
If it is, happy Hanukkah, because it's not over yet.
Oh no, it ended on Friday.
Oh, it ended on Friday? You're definitely late on that one.
Wow, usually isn't that? I mean, I guess every year it's different. Yeah, but you're
Yeah, the
right.
holiday
Usually
depends on
it's
this on something about the season. It's a certain. It has to do with the season on when it lands. It's one of those holidays, one of those floating holidays.
Mhm.
As far as the date is concerned, fucking Easter is just like ridiculous.
Wow, super random. I looked it up. Hanukkah's like ending like December 6th next year. I'm like, wow. So then as time goes on, is it going to keep getting earlier and earlier then?
No, it goes back. I think it goes on a rotation.
Oh, okay.
Like everything else, it goes on a rotation. At some point, it ends up jumping back to where it was.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like Easter. You know how Easter's
Mm,
picked out?
yeah. Gotcha.
What is it? It's like the first Sunday after the first full moon after something. It's like
Yeah,
really
it follows like
weird.
lunar stuff.
Yeah, it's like really weird. It's like the first Sunday after the first full moon after the first something else. And I was just like, what? Who the hell thought of that?
Lunar worshippers.
Now you're gonna make me look it up. Hold on.
Right, because it's actually very curious. I really
I
looked
know
it
now I
up.
understand because I remember looked it up. I looked it up a long time ago, and I was like, that is just weird.
Yeah, I literally looked it up after you said it follows. I'm like, oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's the first Sunday after the partial full moon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like the first Sunday after the first full moon. After wait, what is it? It's the first Sunday after the first full moon. Okay, it's the first Sunday after the first full moon in March. That's how it
Mm.
works. I was like, oh, yeah, it says the first Sunday after the first full moon in March. That's how Easter's chosen. I'm like, who the fuck thought of that? So you couldn't just pick a date
Nope.
or a day like Thanksgiving, stuck on a day, stays there, or a date, Christmas, stuck on the 25th, it stays there. No, you gotta look at the moon and the first Sunday after March. It's like, what the fuck? That's why sometimes Easter be like the second week of April.
Right, it
Because that's the
jumps.
first Sunday after the full moon. Oh. After March 21st, I think it is. Yeah, after March, first Sunday after the first full moon after March 21st. That's how fucking Easter works. Fucking hell. How did we get on this? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yes, we'll be taking a 2 weeks break. In the meantime, everyone enjoy your New Year's. You can always listen to the old stuff anytime you want on any one of your podcast broadcasting networks. It's going to be up there for a while before I have to rotate through and get rid of the old episodes. But for now, you get to listen to them as much as you want. If you're on YouTube and you're tired of doing the gay late. If you're watching on YouTube, we're probably going to be 3 weeks before you get a new episode because the YouTube one is always a week behind. Or you can just join your favorite podcast and push that subscribe button and you'll get notified right away. You can follow us on. You can follow me on Twitch at Don Perignon77. Follow me on Twitter, Don Perignon77. Facebook, Cinemastrophe, cinemastrophe.com, and a YouTube channel. Just type in Cinemastrophe slash space Don Perignon. That should pop up. And you can email us at donperignon_v1 at yahoo.com or just write in the comments whatever questions you want to talk to us about or any movies you suggest that we should watch. I think I got everything this time around.
I think so.
I'll probably say after we finish recording, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Like I always do.
2 weeks later.
I know, right? Oh yeah, by the way, everyone, I forgot to mention 2 weeks ago. But yeah, that's it. Hope you have happy holiday, everybody. Stay home, or at least have a couple of friends over and wear your mask. Don't go out to bars. I wonder if they're gonna do Christmas Eve to see you. I wonder if they're gonna
Oh,
have let people out in New York for Christmas Eve.
stay your ass home signs.
Because right now, until Christmas Day, all the indoor bars are closed here in New York City.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna have the New Year's Eve celebration that we have every year in New York City, or they're gonna say nope, it's canceled.
I think so, because they've canceled everything else.
Maybe it may depend on whether we stabilize, because that's why we got our indoor dining cut down. It spiked up last week. Yep, that was into that. People don't know how to stay the fuck home.
People just don't listen.
Yeah, people just gotta be in large crowds. It's like it's not even, it's more to do with the restaurant owners. It's just like if it's 25 people, let in 25 people. Why are you trying to push it to 30 and 40?
Make that extra dollar.
And now you're not making any dollars. So, what was the point?
Right.
Except through takeout. So now you got that alcohol license and all that alcohol inventory that you can't sell anymore because you were stupid enough to put more than the amount of people that was in there. Now you can't have anyone in there. So who was really the genius there?
They're probably just worried, like, if we
Did
don't
you hear
get
about the
caught
guy in
before.
Staten Island? Oh, this is the last news report. This is old, but
What
did you
guy in
hear what
Staten
happened with the
Island?
guy? So in Staten Island, I know we're supposed to be going, but we're going after this. In Staten Island, there was this one guy who had a bar, and he refused to follow any guidelines. Because remember when they were doing the orange and the red areas, right?
Yeah.
So he was put in the orange area, which means he wasn't allowed to have indoor dining. He didn't care. He was just letting a whole bunch of people in. He didn't give a shit because this is his livelihood. He has to make this money. It's not fair. Either shut us all down or let us all da 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 da. Fine, whatever. You did that. Cops come by. This is days, maybe a week later, but cops come by and finally raid this man. Now you've been doing this for a while, and you've been getting away with it. And they finally go. The smart thing was to do is just say, "All right, I got what I could get out of this," and just give up. No, he tries to run.
Oh my
Not only did he
gosh.
try to run, but he ran over one of the cops.
Oh no.
I think he crushed both his legs. or because he didn't want to follow the guidelines of COVID. Guidelines set to keep other people from getting sick because dumb people like this guy refuse to wear a mask and social distance. So now he has nothing. He's going to be spending jail time. And that cop is probably going to sue him.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, where did he think he was going to go? That's the other thing. What was he running for? Where was he going to go? What was he going to do? He owns that business. It's like, what are you going
Like,
to
we're
do?
gonna find
Where are you
you.
going to go? Your address is tied to that. So what were you thinking? I'll just end it off this Christmas special with stupid people doing stupid shit. Good night, everybody.